Hi guys, it's BB. We're back with some more Starlight Vega. We're just gonna continue where we left off. It's no use. I pull out the silver bookmark. Lyria, I never did get a chance to ask her about this. Maybe she's still up. Hey, Lyria, sorry to wake you. I look around. Huh? Lyria's not here. That's weird. Where did she go? Bookmark. Ow! It's burning my fingers. What? Wait, this scenery. No doubt about it, I'm back in the study inside the book. This place feels different from before. Wait a minute. The bookmark is gone. Oh crap. Frantically, I check the floor to see if I dropped it. It's nowhere to be found. I'm starting to panic a little bit at this point. Okay, calm down. Should I try to look for another bookmark? I check the desk. The spot where the book was is empty. We really combed through this place before, too. Well then, better do a thorough search. I've found nothing. My heart is pounding. I have no way of getting out of here. I turn around to the door. Only then do I notice it's slightly ajar. What a horrible place. It pains my eyes. It's like the blackness is shifting. There's nothing out here. Let's go back. I turn around. What the hell? The door is gone. I stare back into the darkness. It looks like I've got no choice but to go forward. To wherever that might lead. I seem to be in a narrow corridor. I can't see anything. There's only enough room for me to walk straight ahead. I decide to test the physics of this place. First, I try pushing down with my foot. It sinks right through the floor. I pull it back out with no trouble. I press my face up against the invisible wall and push my head out of the boundaries. There's nothing but an empty blackness, like the depths of space. It's scary. I pull myself back into the room, unsettled. My pulse thuds in my ears as I walk down the path. Soon, a shape appears at the very far end. A door! It's not like I have a choice. This darkness is unnerving me. I feel like I'm being watched. Let's hope whatever is on this other side is friendly. I'm in the study again. Well, hello. Who might you be? Who the fuck are you? I look around. Why am I in the study again? I wasn't expecting to see a person. Wait, he somehow looks familiar. We stand across the room, eyeing one another. The man doesn't seem very surprised by my arrival. You bear an uncanny resemblance to my daughter, Mary. His daughter, Mary? My mum's name is Mary, but... Wait, is your name Raid? Indeed it is. You're my grandfather. You say I'm your grandfather, but my daughter would be younger than you right about now. This is quite strange. I'm guessing you're not from the book. You lack a certain malice. He's rambling like crazy. I don't know how to begin to even process what he's saying. But why is he so young? This doesn't add up. Wait, I went to your funeral as a kid. You weren't anywhere near as young as you are now. My funeral, you say? Yes, I suppose my old body would have died by now. You've been dead for like 10 years. I've been trapped here so long I hadn't even noticed. Thousands of years, perhaps? Thousands of years? Yikes, that's right. Time is much slower in here. Do you know how to get out of here? I'd imagine the same way you got in. I had a feather bookmark, but I lost it when I came in here. A feather bookmark? I wonder. He heads over to the desk and takes out a familiar-looking book. He pulls out a blue bookmark. It's the diary, and this one doesn't look burned. I suppose it's of no use to me anymore, being dead and all, so you keep it. Now then, best be off with you. Wait, I've got questions. Do you know someone named Lyria? Lyria? Does it ring a bell? You know, red hair, horns, a tail. He thinks for a moment before opening his mouth to an ah shape as if recalling something. Nope, never heard of her. Out of curiosity, is this Lyria a demon? Yeah, she is. Well, not in a normal sense, I guess. She says she's from a place called Vega. Ah, how wonderful! So my findings do lead me somewhere. Findings? If you're from the future, my granddaughter, then I can only imagine what I succeeded. I'd offer you some tea, but I don't have a tea set, or a corporal form. Also, I wouldn't stay here any longer if I were you. Or why? You're from outside the book, and there are many to whom your presence is unwanted. Many? I shiver. Nope. Don't even try me with that sound. Sounds like something has moved outside the door. Till then, little Aria. Wait, how did you know my name? Lucky guess. Feels like it's back to normal. The bookmark is silver now. That was nuts. What just happened? Before I can compose myself, Lyria shows up out of nowhere. Your life force was here, but you were nowhere to be found. I came looking for you, but then I was taken inside the book. What? Be more careful! She's scolding me now. She seems pretty angry. She's right though. If I hadn't found the blue bookmark, what would have happened? Would I still be trapped in there with whatever that thing was? Sorry. I just don't trust that book, Aria. It isn't safe for you to wander in there. Despite her harsh tone, Lyria's expression quickly softens. She fidgets and looks down, kicking her feet. If you're in that book, I can't protect you. I didn't exactly sign up for it. I only wanted to get my mind off those weird nightmares. Come to think of it, my dreams lately can't just be a coincidence, given everything else that's going on around me. I just don't get it. Why am I suddenly having these nightmares now? I wish I could have asked Reed about them. Lyria lifts me up into her arms. Hey. Hang on tight. She launches us out of the window, landing softly on her feet. She sets me down, and in one smooth motion, grabs my hand, pulling me along. Let's go on a date. What? It's the middle of the night. Wait, what are you saying? You can't sleep, right? So why don't we make the best of it? Without waiting for my response, Lyria swings around, humming to herself. I guess this couldn't hurt. Once we arrive in the forest, Lyria stops moving. She indicates for me to sit on the soft ground next to her. Come, why don't you make yourself comfortable? Defeated, I oblige, settling down onto the grass next to her. Even though it's nighttime, the air is still slightly warm, and everything is easy to see. Lyria is illuminated by the moonlight, staring off into the vast sea of stars above us. This really does feel like a date. Lyria leans against me, resting her head atop of mine. Let's stay like this, just for a little while? Alright. Her body is pressing up against mine, breathing in and out steadily. Her breathing soothes me for a moment, before Lyria suddenly moves. Aria, you were right. I knew your grandfather. I didn't lie to you. When I awoke out of that stone, I really didn't remember much of anything. But that's not the case anymore. Now I am remembering a lot of things about my home, about Vega. Lyria stares at the sky thoughtfully. There is a curse in Vega. A curse? Yes, a curse that is sapping our magic power. It was sent to the human realm. I was sent to the human realm to find a way to stop the curse, but somehow I ended up trapped in that stone. So why did they send you? In Vega, I am a princess. I look at Lyria skeptically. Really? Yes. I see. I'm trapped here when I could be helping in Vega. That's why I want to go back. Lyria's hand grasps mine. I wonder if it was fate that I would meet you here. After all, what are the odds that I would become attached to the very girl who could help me? Well, it's only natural I'd want to help you. But how can I? You already are, aren't you? You let me live with you, and you tell me about things from your world. And that's enough? It's more than any other human has done for me. Lyria's voice is soft and gentle as she speaks. If I'm not careful, I might forget what she's really like. In an attempt to steer the conversation in another direction, I think up of a question that Lyria might be able to answer. So if you knew my grandfather, was he the one who put you in that stone? I am not sure. I have memories of my time in Vega and of the curse, but everything else is so hazy. I don't remember why I was trapped in that stone, or how I got here. I see. So, Lyria is a princess, and she was trying to save her people from a curse? And now she has some sort of amnesia. That certainly explains some of the things about her, but it also makes me wonder. This does seem rather convenient. It's daunting to not remember my past, but Vega isn't my only concern right now. There are still many things about this realm which I do not understand, or find confusing. For example, human relationships are so strange to me. What are they like in Vega? In Vega, it's so much more convenient. If you have feelings for someone, you tell them. There's none of this sneaking and skulking around. That does sound a lot easier. Which is why it's confusing to me. You haven't said you like me back. You seem to not enjoy it when I show affection for you. That's... Do you? Although Lyria has a point about being straightforward, the second she turns the topic towards me, I don't know what to say. She peers at me earnestly, waiting for a response. I don't really know how to answer that. Her gaze is so intense, I look down at my hands. Do I? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I haven't been able to court you properly at all. I haven't been able to give you a single jewel or head of your enemy. What? That stuff isn't... Aria, when we go to Vega, I promise you, I'll shower you in gold beyond your wildest dreams. I don't want any of that stuff. You don't? Is that not how humans court one another? In that case, why don't you tell me more about the human realm dating? You know, things you do for fun. Of course, we could just go have some fun here, if you want. Lyria continues to move closer as she speaks. She's practically on top of me at this point. In this realm, you do something more normal first. Normal? Yes. Like a date? Yeah, that's right. So you and I should go on a date? Yes, we should. Like this one? No, a proper one. Before I realise it, Lyria has made me request a date. I'm not even sure I want. Wait, what on earth am I saying? This is half sounding like a confession. Well, it's not that I dislike you, I just think there's a proper order to these things. But if you keep pushing me, then I will really start to hate you. Aria, you like me, right? What? Caught completely off guard by the sudden question, I let out a gasp of surprise. You spend time with me every day. You could be with Melody, or do something else you enjoy. But instead you're always talking to me. That's not... Although the topic came up suddenly, and at an inappropriate time, my mind immediately became filled with the woman in front of me. Lyria. I don't know what to feel when I'm with her. She takes things a little too far sometimes, but without even realising it. I've been going to meet her every chance I can get. When she's around, I never know what's going to happen. If she'll do something strange, or if she'll hug me. And somehow... What is it? You've got such a lovely smile on your face. Lyria, you can be a bit strange, and you really need to settle down around Melody, but I think you're a good person, Lyria. As I finish speaking, Lyria closes her mouth and averts her gaze. Now it's her turn to fidget. You're so cute. I've decided I'll take you along to Vega. And when I get to Vega, I will properly shower you in gold and jewels, any wealth you could imagine. Although surprised by Lyria's sudden declaration, I play along. That stuff doesn't really interest me. It interests everybody to some extent. True. Well, I mean, I don't want to do something because of jewels and a reward, is all. Faced with my refusal, Lyria stops talking again. She thinks her response over for a second before trying once more. My dear, surely there's something you desire. Tell me and you shall have it. I really don't want anything like that. She leans over and slides her hand onto my thigh. Hey! If there's something material you desire, perhaps we can find something else. Nothing material, wow. I may not know the way to your heart just yet, but it's only a matter of time. With that in mind, we should start by getting to know each other more. I sit down, a little farther away. She scoots over. I could do with less stuff like that. Like what? Her fingers start to move in small circles on my skin. I remove her hand, ignoring her pout. Like that. Lyria stops moving for a moment. She removes her hand from my body and almost appears to be genuinely apologetic. I understand. She seems a little sad as she says that. She leans away and positions herself to face me. Even though it's her own fault, I feel bad as I watch Lyria sulk. Perhaps I should turn the conversation onto something safer. So, you're really a princess? Yes, a very important one too. But with going to Vega, It's just so strange to think about. A princess from another realm inviting me to go with her? There's nothing strange about it, not in Vega. I glance at Lyria, still trying to picture her as a princess. So, this is all true? Of course! You really think I would lie about this? No, I mean... If Lyria really is a princess, then her offer to take me back to Vega with her might be legitimate. If that's the case, then Well, you can't go back right away, can you? No, and not without your help. So, I still have some time. You'll consider it? I nod. Lyria seems to ease up a bit. I'll think about it. But this isn't the time. It's getting late. We should probably head back. Lyria looks disappointed, but she doesn't say anything. So Lyria is a princess, with a kingdom in trouble. Looking the way she carries herself, it's not too far-fetched. But Lyria is trying really hard to get me to go to Vega. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Lyria has a connection with my grandfather. She's forgotten her past. No matter how I look at it, it's a little much to be a coincidence. Even so, I want to give Lyria my trust. It's not fair to judge her situation when her situation is bleak. Perhaps everything she's saying is true after all. It's so pretty, isn't it? The night sky? Prompted by Lyria's comment, I shift my focus to the sky. Looking up, I can see tons of stars. Yeah, living in a place like this, you get views you can't normally see in the city. What do you mean? Well, when you live around with a lot of other people, it's harder to see the stars. As we walk back to the house, Lyria's hand brushes against mine. More than a few times to be considered unintentional. She takes my hand in her own. Lyria? Yes? Your hand... You don't like it? It's not that I don't, but... So you don't mind it? Well, no, but... There's no way I can look her in the eyes now. This is too embarrassing, even if there's no one else around. We walk back home that way. Well, that's all the time I have for now. I hope you enjoyed this part, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.